So at this point, I had no idea what I was drawing. Um, I was just throwing colors and shapes at the wall to see what sticks. Which honestly is pretty helpful if you want to draw, but you don't know what to draw. Um, just try doing that, and something will jump out at you. It's like how if you look in a dark room, you'll see a face. It's that same thing. And here I started to see a cliff on the left, but I didn't know what else. And I wasn't stuck on a cliff yet, but it was definitely in my mind at this point. The squiggle on the right, I started to see a UFO. Or I guess a spaceship, because in my mind, this is not on planet Earth. This is on some planet where instead of water, they have LSD. So yeah, at this point, I was thinking like a Miami Beach vibe because of the colors and also that squiggle on the left, the pink squiggle. It looks like a palm tree. And those colors, that green and yellow, it looks so ugly with the rest of the image. I don't know what I was thinking, but thankfully I do end up fixing it. So for a cliff or a mountain or anything like that, what I do is I'll just draw, kind of a random shape like that, and I'll find the vertical lines going down, and on the side facing the light source, put a brighter value and blend it. And you'll start to find just naturally the curves and the 3D-ness. And then on the other side, away from the light source, obviously put a darker color. And yeah, between those two, you'll find the shape fully. Because painting is like, really, it's like sculpting with color value. Like, I truly thought I would never be able to draw anything for most of my life until I found out about this, like, sculpting with values idea. I believe it was from a YouTube channel called Jack Don't Draw. So shout out Jack Don't Draw. But yeah, it's like sculpting, but instead of taking away the clay, you put a darker value, and instead of adding clay, you put a lighter value. It's just sculpting. And that's part of why I don't do line sketches at the beginning either. Even on images where I know what I want to draw, I'll just start with general blobs of color, and then you can add detail, by either putting lighter values or darker values. So yeah, here I'm just trying to get the grass and the sand to work, but it just does not want to work because it's fundamentally flawed. And at this point, I hadn't realized that yet. I like to do that a lot. Put a solid color just on a layer above everything and play around with blending modes. And a lot of times it'll give you a really interesting effect that you never would have come up with, if you just had to do everything intentionally like it was traditional art. And yeah, it's just a fun thing to play around with. So yeah, I finally realized that green was not working. Um, I still had hope for the yellow though, but the yellow I could not get it to work either. I think it just doesn't go with the colors. That's the problem. Like the rest of the colors are just this pink and blue, like pastel sort of vibe, and that ugly yellow does not go with it. I like those shapes sticking out of the water. I didn't do it on purpose, to be honest with you, but I like it. It implies maybe other islands or other cliffs sticking out of the water. Yeah, I tried to do another layer of cliff in front of the main cliff when I finally realized that the sand was not working, but I messed up the colors here too. The gray is too light, and the purple that I was going to use for the shadows is also too light. And yeah, I realized that and just covered it up with more shadow. That pink is way too saturated. It looks ridiculous. Thankfully, I also realized that, and I put some white over it to take away from the saturation. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, then what I did is I just put a vignette over everything. I put a solid black layer and use a giant eraser in the middle to create a vignette. I like to do that a lot. I think it adds something to it. It's a really easy way to add something. And that's it.